Good morning, team. Oh my God. So I just finished an early morning run. I am in Cathedral Pines State Park and Campgrounds. It's right next to my daughter's camp, and it is just glorious. So I figured this was the day that I was going to teach the lesson on how to optimize your workouts, both your timing and your type, for better sleep. So first thing I want to say is that your workouts truly do dictate the quality and quantity of your sleep in every possible way. And it's not, unfortunately, as simple as, well, if I exercise, I'll sleep better. That's true if you've never exercised before. But most of you guys are long-time exercisers. And I definitely learned this one the hard way. So, backstory is I obviously spent years and years as an athlete and totally overtrained. And it screwed up my sleep cycle big time. I wasn't getting deep enough sleep. I was starting to wake up groggy, and it led me to injuries. Now, fortunately for me, that was when I was pretty young. I was still in college. And so one thing happened for sure. I was able to correct it with the help of my coach and my doctor. And the second thing is it really set me on a 20-year journey to help other women who do like fitness, who do work out, do the same thing, because I lived through it and I know what it was like to experience that kind of fatigue, and it was brutal, and I'll never forget it. And ever since then, I never went back. I've always made sure that I have played it to the T with regard to my sleep. Now, of course, I've had stressful experiences in my life that have also altered my sleep, and I have over-exercised over the years, but I do always try to swing that pendulum the other way. So here's the first tip. The first tip is this. This is what I live by. This is my rule of life. I make a plan that I work out every day. I exercise every day. That's my plan. It's in my agenda. It's part of my to-do list. It's part of what makes me me. It's part of what keeps me sane and happy. And it's like being a mom and brushing my teeth. It just is part of my life. Since it's part of my life every single day, it allows me the opportunity to check in with my physical health and my mental health. And if there's a day where I'm feeling off and I just don't have it in me, well, guess what? I listen to my body and I take the day off. And that's it. And I usually come back 10x the next day. That's how I live my life. So I wind up maybe 1 week I get 7 days in, the next week I get 5 days in, the week after that I get 6 or 4. It's all up to me. I control it because it's in my schedule every day, and then I back off when I need to because I just listen to my physiology. So that's tip number 1. Start making it your lifestyle. It's part of your day. It's not, oh, I have an off day today, so let me take the off day. If you feel fantastic, freaking run, freaking work out, freaking use that energy, go for a walk. If you're feeling blah, you just can't make it happen today, and you had a 10-mile run planned, back off, take a rest day. It's cool. You'll get it in. All right, I truly believe in that, and I create workout plans for people. I put people on calendars, but then I always ask them, you gotta take a step back, and you gotta listen to your physiology. Okay, why does that transfer to better sleep? Well, because when you're listening to your physiology and you are actually listening to what this girl wants, like your body is telling you, you are automatically going to alter your endocrine function and help put back the balance and rhythm of sleepy time and wakeful time. You're listening to your physiology, and you'll never do wrong by that. So by default, you're going to get a much better, deeper sleep when you do that on a regular basis. Next tip, timing. This is a big controversial topic, and here's the deal. Over the years, finally, us exercise physiologists have come to some body of evidence that suggests that early morning exercise is probably the most optimal time for us humans to work out. Why? Well, because our cortisol levels are highest when we wake up in the morning. Our bodies are restored, rested, and if we go back 100,000 years, that's when we had to perform. We woke up, we did our hunting and gathering early in the morning. And if we go by kind of our prehistoric selves, chances are we haven't evolved that much, even though we live in a completely different world. Our actual physiology hasn't evolved that much, so it's likely that we probably are best suited to work out in the early morning hours. The second benefit of that is something I mentioned on another coaching day, which was about vitamin D. Getting your daily dose of sunshine early in the morning enhances, it raises the level of cortisol in the morning, which means it's going to lower more rapidly in the evening, which means that your body's going to produce more serotonin, which means that you are going to also produce more melatonin, which is your sleepy time hormone. So the more sunshine exposure and fresh air you get early in the day, the better your circadian rhythm is going to be. So that's number 2 reason why exercise early in the morning is probably better. We do have a window, however, in the late afternoon around 4 or 5 o'clock where we could exercise and actually stimulate some melatonin production, but it's a short-lived window, and if we push too far outside of that, then we've actually, gotten our adrenaline and our norepinephrine, which is a catecholamine, which is like a rev you up hormone going, and it's hard to calm down after that. But around 4 o'clock, if you're getting your catecholamines up, you're stimulating your sympathetic nervous system, afterwards you kind of have that like use up all your blood sugar feeling, and it could help you sleep. But my recommendation would be, if you can, try to get your exercise done early in the day prior to, say, 9 o'clock. And the last tip I'm going to give you is exercise type. Man, this is a big one, guys. This is super fun. So exercise type, you've got all different types. You've got long, slow cardio. You've got high intensity interval training. You've got strength training. And that's basically the 3 major buckets. So it's really tapping into 3 different energy systems that your body uses. So long, slow cardio, you're tapping into your aerobic energy system, meaning that you can go for a long distance, it's not too taxing, and you're bringing in oxygen to generate the energy you need to get to your working muscles. And us humans, we're actually designed for this kind of work, so it does come naturally to us. So jogging, running, biking, walking, swimming, things like that, where you can go for a long period of time and it's like a low maintenance activity. HIIT training, or high intensity interval training, where you're doing short bouts of super high intense work and then taking a rest. That's tapping into your glycolytic energy system or your anaerobic energy system. That means that you are working much harder. So you don't have enough time, your body doesn't have enough time to use oxygen to get to the working muscle. So it actually has to use the energy that's readily available in your muscles. How cool is that? The unfortunate side effect is that there's not a lot of energy in our muscles and we deplete it very quickly. So the more intense you go, the quicker you fatigue. That's how the human body was designed. And of course, strength training is even different. It's tension under load, and it taps into a different energy system, which is your ATP-CP. I hope I'm not making you guys snooze. This is fascinating to me. But again, because you're doing a really super hard, intense activity, you're lifting weight, your time under tension is going to be really low too, like under a minute, under 30 seconds, maybe even under that. And that is stimulating also some muscle energy that you have, but it's an even shorter shelf life. You need to have all 3 going in your exercise program. You got to tap into all 3 energy systems to optimize your health. That's why we do all 3. There's one other piece, and that is the more restful, or what I call the yin state activities, like stretching, like massage. Yes, that's exercise, people. Self-myofascial release, like foam rolling and yoga. Those are all restorative practices. I'm going to talk about Qigong another day because it's a great restorative practice. I might come here and do that. So anyway, your type of exercise does matter. Here's the thing. Again, listen to your physiology. Today, I took it easy. I wanted to get a nice, long, slow, steady jog, maybe even a little walking, because I did 10 miles hard yesterday and I rocked my strength training workout. And even though I had it on the agenda to get a run and a HIIT workout in today, I went out for my run. I ran about 4 miles And now I'm going to continue walking for probably another mile or two, and it's going to be restful. It's going to be peaceful. I'm taking it back a notch. Why? Because I know that I need some continued recovery. Yes, I slept well last night, but if I go hard today, I'm going to start breaking down my muscles, and it's going to require more restoration, and it might disrupt my sleep pattern. So guys, the bottom line is this: you've got to listen to your physiology. I think that's the most important lesson for today. So comment below and let me know one way you're going to listen to your physiology today. What are you going to listen to your girl telling you today? And then comment below on it. I want to hear from you guys. So 3 tips just to review. Set it in your calendar that you work out every day, and then listen to your physiology each day to determine what and if you're going to. Second tip, early morning exercise, probably the best recommendation I can make for you. Third tip is that you want to get all 3 forms of exercise in to tap into all of your energy systems, and then again, listen to your body and let your body tell you which day you do what. Boom, rocket.